colleagues, families, friends, members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, and members of the class of 1974, welcome to the 166th commencement ceremony at Norwich Free Academy, honoring the more than 500 members of the class of 2024. Before we continue, most of you are still on your feet. If you're not, please rise for the singing of our national anthem, and I ask that you remain standing at its conclusion. Following the anthem will be another time-honored tradition here at Norwich Free Academy, the singing of the hymn Dundee, a song that was first performed in 1858 at the very first Norwich Free Academy commencement. To perform both songs are a group of our select singers under the direction of Tanya Lehman. I will note our flags for this ceremony are located on the stage. The American flag is over my right shoulder. Singers, when you're ready.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, of the free? Children, hear the mighty deeds which God performed of old, which in our younger years we saw, and which our fathers told. Thus shall they learn in God alone their hope securely stands, that they may never forget His words, but practice His commands.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Graduates, to be here today is an awesome accomplishment. And to the parents, relatives, and friends, thank you for allowing us to be a part of the lives of these remarkable students. It has truly been our privilege. It is my honor to recognize and thank the outstanding faculty and dedicated staff for their time and effort, which have contributed to the successful completion of the class of 2024's academic studies and diploma requirements. Our team continues to rise up on behalf of our students. Please join me in offering your thanks. The program begins now with our first speaker, Dr. Nate Quinnell, the head of school and superintendent at Norwich Free Academy.
Good afternoon and welcome. I would ask as we begin our ceremony today to join me in a moment of silence. The class of 2024 has had 2 losses over their time here at school, and in their honor, in their memory, please join me in a moment of silence for Jedrick Hull and a dear faculty member, Benilda Fernandez. Thank you. My name is Nate Quinnell. I'm the head of school here at NFA, and it is an honor to be here today. It's an honor to celebrate with our families. It's an honor to share this moment with our students. And it's an honor as a faculty member here to watch our kids walk across the line. Today is a special day, and as I look into the audience and the fans and our kids, I think we all know that. Today is a day of celebration. Today is a day of watching our children grow, watching our children thrive, and watching them take that step towards what's next for them in their life. Today is a day of celebration. I also think today is a day of place. When we think about Norwich Free Academy and we think about the backdrop that's behind me and the backdrop that's in front of me, this is a place that has done this for nearly 170 years. It's the 166th commencement ceremony. And what NFA has done so extraordinarily well is it's built a community, a network, an army of people who take care of each other, who understand greatness, who understand what it means to work hard, who understand what it means to pick people up when they need help. That is this community, and that's why today is a celebration of place. And last but not least, I really would say today is a day of gratitude. And for me, my heart is full of gratitude. My heart is full of gratitude for a chance to get to know your kids, for a chance to interact with them, to watch them play on this field, to watch them work in the classroom, to watch them be in our play shop, to watch them walk through our hallways across our campus, watch them grow, watch them thrive over the past year. Today, my heart is full of gratitude. And I hope for our students, this is gratitude we in turn, we pass on. We pass it on to the folks who are behind us and in front of us. We take this moment to realize mom, dad, aunt, uncle, neighbor, grandmother, loved one, who gave something to see you succeed. That's why you're successful here today. And today is a day, if today isn't a day to tell someone how much you appreciate it, there just is no better day than today. Let's take advantage of that. As I thought about my comments today, I was asked to do 2 things. I was asked to be short, and I was asked to be inspirational. I can guarantee one of those. The other one's going to be up to you. But I wanted to talk about something that I've seen here on campus. I've walked by it every single day. I've been here since July, and it's stuck out to me. And on the corner of Slater, I hope you take a chance to look at it, there's a quote, and Henry Tyrrell delivered this quote in 1940 to the class here at NFA. Post-Great Depression, pre-World War II, he gave us a message that's as relevant then as it is today, a way of living, a way of growing, a way of thriving. I want to read it. He said, "School is life, and as you live here, so you will probably continue to live. Give your best effort to understand the truth and practice the right. Avoid laziness, avoid deceitfulness, persevere in high aims, make the most of your power to serve mankind." And when I think about those words, I think about you, class of 2024, and my last opportunity to pass on what I hope are lessons that'll stay with you as Wildcats forever. Number 1, he said school is life. He was telling us in this moment that it's not about the next thing, it's about this thing, and it's about being in the moment where you are. And when you can accept that, embrace that, you can find success. He says, give your best effort to understand the truth and practice what is right. And as such, class of 2024, seek the truth. Seek the truth in your life. Seek the truth in your life of what is good and what is kind and what is gentle. Work hard. He talks about avoid laziness and deceitfulness. As Wildcats, our word is our bond, and integrity is something we talk a lot about. What we say means something, and how we show that is we do it. You can do that in your relationships. You can do that in your workplace. You can do that as you head into the military and in college. And last but not least, he talked about purpose. He talked about persevering in high aims. He talked about understanding, making the most of the power you have to serve mankind. We're about to unleash 500 of the most incredible kids in the state of Connecticut. Understand your power to make a difference for mankind and live in that power, guys. I so appreciate each one of you. Thank you for an amazing school year. Thank you for letting me learn about you. And I am so excited to see your journey as you move forward. God bless. Go Cats.
I'd now like to call our student speakers to the stage. They have earned the distinct honor of speaking today by competing in the Cadden Williams Prize Reading Contest, another long-standing Academy tradition. The 2024 Ivy Orator is Stacy Celestin, and the class speaker is Ashnael Bijou. Stacy will be the first to speak.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, cherished family and friends, and congratulations to my fellow Norwich Free Academy graduates, class of 2024. College applications asked us, why do we desire to become the person we aspire to be? We've grappled with this question, attempting to craft responses that can condense our deepest motivations into fewer than 500 words. Like many of you, my answer to this question finds its roots in a place of profound significance. And that place is my mother. From my earliest days, she infused in me her providence through her straightforward advice. Don't break anything, because I'm not taking you to the hospital to fix it. Now, this was not simply advice, nor a precautionary measure, or a simple threat. This came from a place of fear. A fear that spoke to the reality of our circumstances. A fear that did not leave room for unnecessary risks or reckless behavior. It nurtured caution, resourcefulness, a will to navigate life through my mistakes and my failures. As I matured, I recognized the wisdom embedded in these reminders. Warnings followed by "listen to me, you'll see when you get older." I'm sure we've all experienced the same and brushed it off with a dismissive wave or an annoyed eye roll. Our teenage years are filled with impatience, waiting for the day we can finally prove them wrong. Well, as we traverse into this labyrinth of adulthood, peeling back the layers of influence and expectations becomes imperative to uncovering our identities, values, and paths. We are not just reflections of our parents' dreams or limitations. Each of us is an autonomous being capable of shaping our own destinies. So beyond these cautionary lessons lies a deeper question. Who are we beyond the shadows of our parental figures? We are the sum of our experiences, made up of our greatest passions, brightest dreams, dumbest choices. Reflections of the lessons learned from our communities, cultures, and legacies. As we carry these lessons of perception through life's uncertainties, let us remember that these lessons are not just ours to keep. They are meant to be shared. From the guidance of the teachers who believed in us when we doubted ourselves, the support of our friends who brought us laughter in times of need, the sacrifices of our families who put our needs before theirs. Their guidance has become a part of our journeys. So now it is our responsibility to pay it forward. As this commencement comes to an end, and we are off to continue those journeys, may I implore that before you leave, you embrace the constant warnings. And as I promised my mother, I would caution you, don't break anything. Listen to her. You'll see when you get older.
Well done, Stacy. Next up is our class speaker, Ashnayal Bijou.
As the class of 2024, we began our high school experience online. Entering our freshman year, we were either in person or hybrid. This was very different from middle school, but to have to also encounter such a unique start to our high school career truly made these years tiring. We were all so new to high school standards and curriculum that those days of being on a computer or coming to school, having to hide behind a mask, made it difficult for some to lose that mask. And now, here we are, June 13th, 2024, graduating high school, and all those masks have been removed to show the growth we have experienced in our high school years. High school, although it was tough, taught me so many lessons that I would like to share with all of you today. Lesson 1, we are human beings. I feel like some of us forget that we're not superheroes or indestructible because we could do a lot, but also we need those breaks from our environment and from those consistent busy schedules we create for ourselves and from the people around us, the ones we love so much. There is nothing wrong with you if you want to step back and relax. We were never meant to be continuously working until we're drained, until we've stopped loving those passions, and all that hard work just goes to nothing. This leads me to my next lesson. Stop putting so many burdens and blames on yourself. I feel like something I struggled with throughout all my years in high school was a shame I would carry over my head over failing a test or not getting a job or having a horrible time at a track meet. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you're going to do with that F, what you're going to do with that horrible time at that event, and what you're going to do with that rejection from your job. You could either do what I did and cry about it, which is perfectly okay, but I also got up and I found another way. There is always another way. This year, I learned that rejection is redirection. Just because you weren't accepted to your first college choice doesn't mean you can't go to college or your life is over. This just means you have to find another way. This might be us being 2020 freshmen, but we sometimes don't want to see another way. However, there is always another way. Just because you didn't get your way doesn't mean your worth has decreased. This brings me to my last lesson. We are meant to grow. Whether that's away from people, a place, or even from our old selves, you are not meant to stay in the same place you are currently in. You are meant to grow and prosper in a new place, or maybe in a new way. Don't allow the people around you to hold you back from truly expressing yourself. And don't let your fear hold you back either. So, class of 2024, I want to leave you with this. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. We for sure will not be the lazy generation, whether you're going to a four-year college or whether you're going to a four-year college like Yale or Southern or even Three Rivers. Know that it's a new environment. It for sure isn't high school anymore. In my opinion, these years prepared me for my future. To not be afraid of the unknown and to not let my failures be continuous, but instead to grow and learn from them. Because we could either let our failures stop us or let them give us the strength and endurance to keep going, knowing we'll fail again. So, get uncomfortable and do the things that you haven't done before, and just step out of that box you might have kept yourself in all these years. We're only getting older and life may not get easier, but that doesn't mean we have to stay in comfort, because that is just our fear. In a world that expects you to In a world that expects you to whisper, choose to yell. Choose to use your voice, because you can open doors and start conversations. Thank you.
Hold up one second, you guys can read it. Go ahead. Once again, if you could acknowledge our class speakers. Thank you, ladies, so much. You may return to your seats. In addition to the members of the class of 1974 who are with us in person, tradition calls for a member of that reunion class to address this year's graduates, and that will be Michael Schmidt. Mr. Schmidt is no stranger to the graduation stage, as he served as Ivy Orator at his graduation 50 years ago. After NFA, he's received his undergraduate and graduate degrees at George Washington University and spent his career working in newspaper advertising, sales, and management with the Washington Post and Roll Call, the congressional newspaper. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michael Schmidt.
Good afternoon. First, I would like to thank my class of 1974 for asking me to represent you today. I was selected for this honor because I was the Ivy Orator for my class. I hope that you, Stacy, will be able to return to the stage in 2074 at your 50th reunion. And thank you, class of 2024, for inviting our 50-year reunion class to join you. It is an honor to be here today. I would like to talk today about education, what it is and what it is not. My first great education experience was in the 4th grade. You see, I went to John Mason for grades K through 3. It was a 4-room, 2-story schoolhouse. It was the same group of about 28 kids for all the grades. In my class, everyone was either smart in class or smart on the ball field. That is, we were either academic or athletic, one or the other. For 4th grade, I went to Samuel Huntington. That was like going from Norwich town to New York City. It was a much bigger school. And here I made the discovery. There were kids who were both smart and athletic, and there were kids who were neither. This discovery was huge for my 9-year-old self, and it set me on the path of true education, which is learning all about oneself and others, to always learn something new, always realizing that the way you see things in your narrow world may not be the way things truly are. And it leads to my first point. Remote learning is a poor substitute for true education, which requires interaction with others, both students and teachers, most especially those who are different from us. With interaction comes learning. Now, you had remote learning imposed on you because of the pandemic. I assure you, your administrators did not want to do this, but at the time, it was the least bad option they had, and sometimes least bad is the best choice possible. Every generation has a hardship to overcome. This was yours. You did. You are here to graduate today. You triumphed despite the hurdle of remote learning. Congratulations. Our American history is an important part of our education. In recent years, a concept was created called critical race theory, a concept that was created to then ban it, in essence, whitewashing our American history. If the concept of slavery is uncomfortable, or contrary to the false teaching that all of American history was wonderful, well, we don't teach it. That is not education. When I was a senior in 1974, I wanted to learn more about the history of my community. So I went to the library and read about the Stonewall riots that had really just happened in 1969. What if that information had been banned from my reading it? There is a movement right now, and I can say book banning and the Florida Don't Say Gay law for grades K through 12 are not education. They are the opposite of education. It is like Socrates saying, "To thine own self be untrue." Our classes are alike in many ways. NFA provided me with an excellent education, and I trust it did the same for you. Now, I know that some, maybe many of you are just happy to be done with it and out of here. But you will remember these years. While there is no Ivy League of high schools, if there were, NFA would be like Harvard and Yale combined, a true very best Ivy League high school. We do differ in one way. As a closeted gay kid in 1974, high school was difficult. We knew the words gay and lesbian, but the words trans and queer were not part of our vocabulary. According to a March 2024 Gallup poll, just 2% of baby boomers, my class, identified as LGBTQ, while over 22% of Gen Zers self-identify that way. My class was more 1950s than 2020s. Human nature has not changed that dramatically in the past 50 years. What has changed is your generation's acceptance of so much more diversity. You will be able to vote in this election. I am proud to say I have never missed an election in 50 years. And this election coming up in November will be, in my opinion, the most important election of the past 50 years. The future of our country is at stake. The lowest voter turnout has historically been amongst 18 to 24-year-olds. Please change that statistic. Register to vote and let your voices be heard. It really is critical. I would like to close with the same words I used to close my 1974 Ivy oration. A tree has been planted for our class. I pray that as the tree grows, so we will grow as a group of people who value life and who value humanity. Hopefully, we will be a group of people who know love and understanding. Congratulations, class of 2024. You made it.
While this is the culminating event for our graduates, we have had 3 award ceremonies over the last month. NFA is both grateful and fortunate for its wonderfully loyal and generously supportive alumni and vast community of friends who support the NFA Foundation and therefore our students. During these ceremonies, we were able to present 567 awards to 282 students and 19 alumni, totaling $784,000. A number absolutely unmatched in our region. To those of you who support the foundation and therefore our kids, thank you. I would now like to recognize those seniors who will leave NFA to serve in the nation's military. Will those of you who have committed to serve our country in this noble way, please stand to be recognized. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason we are all here today, the presentation of the class of 2024. Will the Shattuck side please rise? Staff members Kerry Howard, Jay Berard, Mickey Williston, and Lori Croto will read the names of our graduates. Our first diplomas will be presented to the senior class officers and today's speakers. They will receive their diploma jacket from Mr. Schmidt, the representative of the class of 1974. From that point on, the names will continue in alphabetical order. Mrs. Howard, let's get ready to begin.
Class President, Tyler Brian McDermott. Vice President, Mackenzie Marie Crouch. Secretary, Lily Yee. Treasurer, Liam Edward Daly. Class Speaker, Ashnael Bijou. Ivy Orator, Stacy Celestin. Jennifer Rachel Aguilar. Diego Elias Aguilar Osorio. Samantha Yaiza Alfaro Munoz. Lydia Nicole Alfred. Anjali Rausali Fernandez. Morgan Jade Allen. Talon Pudgeon Amado. Adriana Amado Rodriguez Silva. Ariana Amado Rodriguez Silva. Anthony Francesco Ambit. Campbell Rachel Apperson. Rowan Avery Arnold. James Christopher Avery. Christopher Lewis Ayala. Jasenia Lishe Levy Ayala. Jordan Zaire Ayala Martinez. Sophia Nicole Ayer. Keenan Anthony Ayuyu. Julian Harris Ballister. Abdul Ali Banagura. Vida Joy Barber. Cameron Elias Barboza. Sawyer Montgomery Burrill. Kiara May Barrientos. Gabriel Thomas Bartlett. John William Bass. Jacob Charles Bastian. Kaylee Cheyenne Bodette. Aria Nevea Busajor Young. Bryant B. Boville. Emma Louise Bell. Lily Josephine Benedict. Joshua Todd Benjamin. Jose Raul Bermudez. Kylie Jean Bishop. Niaja Tita Blanco. Nipaush P. Beauvais. Ava Inez Bowles. Brooke Denise Bowles. Dean Lee Bonin Jr. Nyla Rochelle Bostic. Ocean Skylar Boyd. Nora Jean Blatchley Brassard. Amanda Joy Brink. Matthew Michael Brooks. Jaquin Anthony Brown. Tamaya K. Brown. Yasmin Isabella Brown. Victoria Rose Buckholtz. Alyssa Susan Burgess. Imani Elise Burgess. Saraya Michelle Bird. Lucas Goncalves Cabral. Abigail Cabrera Lucero. Lauren Abigail Caju. Anthony Julian Cauldron Barreto. Haley Heather Campbell. Sorella April Capps. Andrew Gabriel Card. Kevin Richard Carlos Viga Gallegos. Joseph Anthony Carlos Visa Torres. Amelia Bell Carney. Honey Raquel Carter. Owen James Cartledge. Alexandra Kaylee Shabbat. Brooklyn Star Shabbat. Griffin Kyle Chapel. Glenn Rodney Charles. Naima Charles. Angeli Maya Chavez Campos. Alan Chen. Simon Chen Yern. Matthew Baptiste Cherifant. Ruby C. Chu. Desiree Clear Chow. Rudensky Crispin. Kira Deanna Jean Sicardo. Larsha Sina. Nasir Tehran Clark. Phoenix Jacob Henry Clifford. Cadence Elizabeth Cole. Brian Cesar Contreras. Pedro Giovanni Corasorio. Alana Rose Corral. Caris Camela Costas. Justin Michael Cody. Nicholas Irving Cotner. Jacob Virgil Cream. Vincent Krager. Kiana Charlene Crespo. George Raul Cruz Andrino. John Anthony Cruz Montoya. Jairo Josue Dalorso Arevalo. Ian Raymond Doplace. Haley Grace Davidson. Noah Francis Davila. Armani Isaiah Davis. Nevaeh Grace DeAndrade. Nicholas James DeBartlow. Galilea Alexandra Del Angel. Go ahead. Stefan Delmas. Mylissa Raquel Dent. Wilbur Jolie DeRose. Kaima Philomena Desamores. Naima Philomena Desamores. Shelby Latrice Desir. Nathan Joseph Desrosiers. Jean-Paul Diaz Matos. Peter Dickens. Grace Rose Domkowski. Michelle Dong. Connor R. Doyle. Nevaeh Marie Drake. Alexander Zachary Drupa. Ella Grace Duart. Crimson Durler. Tyshawn Pierre Duzant. Maddox Edward. Matthew Mark Edwards Jr.
Vincent Sage Eliezer Jr. Carlos Jomar Estrada. Minerve Etienne. Rebecca Etienne. Madison Grace Everett. River Fabry. I'm sorry, Jordan Lynn Fabry, excuse me. River Fanning. Trenton Matthew Farland. Omar Farouk. Jared Osvaldo Feliciano. Brielle Elizabeth Fitzpatrick. Naomi Fleury. Fernando Roberto Flores Nepomuceno. Mavette Flores Perez. Jonathan Fontanez. Olivia Renee Fox. Max François. Christopher Paul Frank. Adara Genesis Franklin. Shayla Friedenfelds. Catherine Ann Fusaro. Jeremy Ye Garcia Munoz. Annalise Melissa Garcia Ramos. Sean Tyler Gocher. Connor Joseph Goggin. Allison Janelle Giglio. Lily Catherine Gilbert. Adrian Jeanette Gerard. Oh, sorry. Elliot Viola Gerard. Moshe Aru Gittins Brown. Jonathan Gomes. Katie Teresa Gomes. Antonio Gomez Simaj. Abdiel Osvaldo Gonzalez Silva. Luz Weliani Gonzalez Vargas. Selena Caroline Gupil. Anna Sarai Lauren Gracious. Hannah Ashley Graham. Gianna Jade Graves. Melina Rose Graziano. Diane Marie Greatsinger. Nathan Gabriel Gregorio. Riley Rose Grijalva. Almira Elaine Gulota. America Gutierrez. Ismael Guzman Rodriguez. Madison Sky Hagbird Porter. Julia Rose Hagerman. Caleb Anthony Haggett. Nicholas David Halley Tanko. Trinity Ella Hamilton. Bella Sue Hartung. Alexis Faith Hatley. Jerome Douglas Hauser. Louis James Hawkins III. John Christopher Heck. Ariana Starr Hecker. Amaya Duval Henry. Hannah Catherine Henry. Manuel Adrian Herasso. Eshad Ivan Hernandez. Hanaralis Hernandez. Nelisa Said Hernandez. Monica Guadalupe Hernandez Flores. Sofia Hernando Martin. Stephanie Joanne Herr. Cheyenne Herrera. Mary M. Hester. Mavette Flores Perez. Oh, that might have been out of order, sorry. Sadie Grace Holly.
Gage.
Gage, I don't have one for Gage.
Gage Hinckley.
Yeah, okay. Gage Cooper Hinckley. There he is. Sorry, Gage. Caroline Cavan Holmberg. Mason Joshua Holt. Emily Hong. Zosha Hospod. Josa Grace Hospod. Thank you. Shay Horahan. Haley Marie Hughes. Sadie Elizabeth Hungerford. Madison Aaliyah Hurley. Ariana Reed Iovine. Rebecca Lee Jacobs. Lidvig Rodney Jacquet. Carmela Marquise Jean. Chamar Jean. Logan Thomas Jenkins. Mengting Jiang. Vienne Jiang. Lamea Chowdhury Jim. Ryan Onyx Jimenez. Randy Daniel Jimenez Paredes. Vidyaben Prashantbhai Jivani. Adele Catherine Johnson. Jason Ori Johnson, Jr. Ashnailov Josephat. Oops. Mathis Kléber Josil. Yakima April Kearse. Zachary Dwight Keller. Aiden Lee Kempesta. Isaiah James Kennedy. Sienna Nicole Knowles. Connor Joseph Konarski. Noah Kosher. Alyssa Nicole Lebrecq. Alicia Haley Ladiga. Félix Antoine Laflamme. Blair Bronwyn Lapierre. Matthew Armando Gavidia. Maya Elizabeth LaRocco. Thomas Benjamin Lawton. Daniel Alberto Lebron Gonzalez. Joseph Daniel Lee. Rico S. Lee. Nicholas Javier Leon Fuentes. Juan Wilfredo Leon Rojas. Ashley Yvonne Lewis. Is there a Kylie? Nope, okay. Kylie Rose Grijalva, I already called you, right? Yeah.
Will the Bradlaugh side please rise? Shattuck side, you may be seated.
Tyler Jinxuan Lin. Jacob Yangsing Liu. Simon Lowenstein. Luis Alberto Lopez Jr. Araya Marie Lorenzo Rodriguez. Julian David Lewis. Olivier Charlie Louis John. Jalen Trinity Lowe. Willow Grace Ludlow. Lawrence Lumine. Anarain Marie Mador. Alexander Matthew Mahan. Thomas M. Mainville. Logan Michael Manfredi. Nicola Roberto Marcuccio. Ryan Eula Marden. Nicholas William Marin. Aaliyah Maritza Marino. Dugan James Marsh. Jacob Martineau. Maricela Henrietta Martinez. Kimberly Nicole Martinez Colon. Nayales Martinez Diaz. Brianna Liz Martyr. Nicholson Matherin. Nevaeh Princess Sunai McKinnon. Gabrielle Mary McLeod. Danny David Mahia Leon. Yasir Emir Mercado Melendez. Nicholas Arthur Roland Metzermacher. Connor Jacob Meyer. Talia Jade Milles. Madison Pauline Miller. Quinton Xavier Lubosi Liwanika Miller. Yetzeda Lisette Miranda LeBron. Blake Alexander Bondor. Elijah Edward Montgomery. Luis Daniel Morales Calle. Ava Morgan Morello. Joshua Rocco Muscara. Christy Gitzing Moy. Grace Madeline Muller. Damari Jamel Muhammad Thomas. Junlee Tora Monroe. Malachi Zaire Anthony Murray. Abigail Lynn Myers. Angelina Elizabeth Napuri. Fabiola Nelson. Kiara Jeanette Nelson. Menyes Emma Nelson. Jaquan Notorious Nero. Sage Elizabeth Grace Newman. Kaylee NG. Andrew Nicholas. Adriana Nikolai. Amanda Jan Noel. Caitlin Eloise Nowakowski. Uli Johanni Newfers. Grady Evan Odell. Caleb Charles O'Leary. Liam Witter O'Neill. Najee Cynthia Oaks. L. Ashton Oconee. Ready? All right. Trinity Rosemarie Orison. Maximus Maximilian Armando Ortiz Brown. Leandre Strong Overton. Alicia Marie Pacheco. Sulinet Pacheco. Alessandro Palomino Salcedo. Amber Lynn Parent. Evan Graham Parker. Mia Paraga. Roslyn Maria Paraga. Dave Patel. Dia B. Patel. Ava Catherine Patnode. Mason Brady Peyton Twiggs. Evan Charles Pelletier. Reagan Lee Pennewill. Lucia Elena Perez. Jaden Daniel Perkins. Amaya Sky Perry. Victoria Bo Puminder. Nicholas Peter Picard. Peyton Ann Picard. Caden David Panozic. Leilani Pineda Vargas. Hazel Marie Petrie. Cody Robert Plant. Daviana Mary Plaza Roman. Abigail Michaela Politowicz. Janira Pontes. Eric Carlos Portillo. Sanaya J. Powell. Angelo Yosef Pacuna Alarcon. Alora Elsie Danielle Queen. Kai Whitman Quimby. Kaylin Amber Rainey. Tiana Alexis Rainey. John Paul Ramos. Jashaila Leilani Ramos. Alfredo Vidal Ramos Cornejo. Alejandro Ray Ramos Labante. Hunter Riley Rathbun. Logan Andrew Rathbun. Gracie Lee Reed Fisher. Basil Reels. Iris Lynn Regan. David Richard Reichel. Mackenzie Rose Reyes. Jada Nicole Riley. Vidal Saul Rivadeneira Serna. Jaime Alejandro Rivas Toro. Samara Sofia Rivera. Nicole Marie Rourke. Hezekiah Jair Robbins. Linnea Marie Robichaud. Aliyah Destiny Robinson. Dejan Emmanuel Robinson.
Joshua Reed Robinson. Mackenzie Lynn Rodriguez. Yesmith Rodriguez Morales. Juliet Rodriguez Perez. Zuleika Rodriguez Villar. Andrew David Rogers. I don't have any cards. I don't have any cards. Kale Rain Rojo. Brooke Tetlow Romansky. Noah Justice Rosa. Cristian Eduardo Rosales Velázquez. Alasia Lynn Ross. Haley Ann Ross. Alice Ann Mary Rourke. John Leo Rush. Maria Saavedra Mera. Morgan Page Sadler. Rose Snarslindy Santelan. Naleshka Salas Agosto. D'Amico Martrell Sampson. Angel Yadriel Sanabria. Daniel Sanchez. Victoria Sanchez. Yadiel Joel Santiago Lopez. Carly Santos. Anna Elizabeth Cesarek. Emily Ann Shane. Amani Christian Sheriff. Samantha Nicole Shees. Brandoff Ross Schlaper. Donna Jessica Scott. Avery Bell Scroggins. Joseph Vincent Semmelrock. Chloe Leah Sennett. Jaslyn Maciel Cernarona. Shayla Lynn Sheridan. Jesse Irvin Sherman. Lucas Aaron Sherman. Sunita Saphir Shook. Mackenzie Lynn Shortoff. Felicia Lynn Silva. Jeree Nyasia Silva. Joseph Michael Silva Jr. Millicent J. Silva. Francisco Sima Guesh. Kira Lynn Simpson. Mitchell Christian Sminky. Abigail J. Smith. Gabrielle Nicole Smith. Haley Madison Smith. Jameson Donovan Smith. Jessica Louise Smith. Madeline Grace Smith. Marie Karen Smith. Sophie Marie Smith. Christopher Aiden Southworth. Paris Speller. Mason Evan Sperry. Daniel Joshua St. George. Alexa Lee St. Germain. Youth Turn Saint-Sauron. Nala Ann Stahl. Jayla Amari Sterling. Kaylin Morgan Stolhammer. Naya Janae Stone McClellan. Chloe Isabella Stroll. Emma Kristan Sikowski. Julia Marta Sujecki. Reese David Supernaut. Elena Jade Sustachi. Brendan Tyler Swain. Michaela Trinity Sykes. Alexandra Violet Tabiles. Mulaney Veronica Tackling. Rochelle Rose Tang. Sky Tan. Amelia Marie Tart. Belinda Nesha Te Vicente. Christopher Tellier Peltier. Carla Ruby Tepeto Rojas. Victoria Elizabeth Tillinghast. Lordy Manrica Sun Love Toulouse. Francis Jeremiah Torres. Isis Josette Torres. Angenelis Torres Bonilla. Ashley Brigitte Torres Hurtado. Brian Will Toussaint. Emily Jane Tucker. Demir Joel Turner. Josiah Isaiah Turner. Kaishon Marcus Turner. Kenzie Betsaida Valentin. Kayana Cherie Valastine. Dylan Andres Venegas. Brandon Irving Van Loo. Isaac Michael Verone. Angel Gabriel Vasquez. Pablo Vázquez González Felipe. Alanis Vega Diaz. Jubilee Candice Ventura. Candelaria Yanira Vicente Ajetas. Adriana Mariah View. Araceli Tracy Vivanco Estrada. Kyle Noel Walden. Zaire Aijan Wallace. Madison Elizabeth Walkie. Nicole Wang. Marcus Grayson Warner Lopes. Sean Michael Wedge. Benjamin Matthew West. Preston Michael Wilder. Layla Raquel Williams. Nicholas James Winton. Nicholas Russell Wong. Luke Terry Wotring. Jake Skylar Wright. Sean Franklin York. Nehemiah Tyshawn York. Nevea Brianna York. Gavin Rolf Yu. G.U. Sadia Ahmed Zakaria. Phoebe Jiahua Zhang. Winnie Zhang. And Shalina Zhang.
Bradlaw's side, you may be seated. If we've learned one thing today, it's the true weight that an NFA diploma holds. And now, for the moment for Dr. Quinnell to bless those diplomas, he will come forward and make it all official.
I'm extremely proud to certify that the members of NFA's class of 2024 seated before us today have successfully completed all general and specific requirements for a high school diploma prescribed by the laws of the state of Connecticut and the policies of the Board of Trustees of the Norwich Free Academy.
Class of 2024, will you please stand? And Class President Tyler McDermott, will you please make your way to the stage?
Fellow graduates, our time has come. Let's make it official and turn our tassels. Congratulations, Wildcats.
Congratulations to the newest alumni class of Norwich Free Academy. We are proud of you and we wish each of you continued success and happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join the graduates and stand as our singers return to the stage and lead us in the alma mater. When the alma mater concludes, please remain standing for some final remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, as the music begins, our graduates will recess behind me out the gates closest to Shattuck. Families, please plan to meet your graduate in the front of campus where you're welcome to take photos and enjoy the celebratory occasion. This concludes the 166th commencement ceremony at Norwich Free Academy. Cue the music and let the recessional begin.
Thank you.